Well, hello everyone, and welcome to this short webinar on upgrading your Cert IV qualification. It's Natalie Ashdown here with you, and I'm really looking forward to sharing with you all the great new things that you're going to find if you actually decide to upgrade your Cert IV. So in terms of our agenda for today, I want to give you a background to the upgrade, and I'd like to introduce you to the new content and the new concepts that we've introduced into the Certificate 4 program, and then of course give you those steps to upgrading if you decide that's what you'd like to do. So in terms of background, our Certificate 4 in Workplace and Business Coaching, it's a nationally accredited course, nationally recognised and accredited course. And we have to get re-accredited by ASOA, which is our governing body, every 5 years. So we've been through this process now 2 or 3 times with the governing bodies, and it's a really extensive process that we have to go through. But we look at the positive side of it. It's a real opportunity for us to focus on continuous improvement and to think about the coaching industry and the needs of coaching in the workplace for the next 5 years. And we get the opportunity to engage in a really extensive industry consultation process. So a number of our clients and great coaches were involved in consulting with us to think about what do we need to actually introduce to the Certificate 4 program in order to meet the needs of people in the workplace who are coaching over the next 5 years. So that's the process we went through. And the course codes, the original course code, which you can see there on the screen, which is 10534 NAT, that program and that qualification is still valid. But you'll see on training.gov.au that the course has actually got an expired against it. And what that means is that we as Open Door Coaching can't enroll any new students in this qualification. But your qualification, just like any qualification that you've earned, is still valid. And if you've done obviously you've done all the work and you're a great coach, so everything that you've got is still valid. What we're looking at though, and what we have implemented, is that the new course code is 10834. And when we went through the accreditation process, we actually took the opportunity to introduce some new content, some new ideas into the program. And that's what this webinar is really talking about, is what did we introduce into the new program? So if you want to update from the old qualification to the new qualification, you'll be better informed. So we introduced, as I said, new concepts and content into the new qualification. One of the first things we did actually is that we implemented the new ICF core competencies. They were released in November 2019. So because we were re-accredited on the 1st of January 2020, we actually took the opportunity to introduce the updated core competencies. And this is a big move actually, because the ICF core competencies from our point of view don't need to be introduced actually to 2021, but the ICF are looking for accredited coach training programs to have a plan for the introduction of the core competencies, and we decided to take the opportunity and do it straight away. So we're quite pleased that we're really at the forefront of introducing those core competencies. We've introduced the idea of coaching flexibility and introduced the idea, particularly into our face-to-face programs, but also if you're studying online, that you have flexibility in terms of using phone coaching, internet-based platforms for coaching, face-to-face coaching. And we've actually changed some of the coaching exercises so that phone coaching in particular has been introduced, because today in our workplaces, that's how a lot of interactions are actually taking place. We also included the need for coaches to think about offering alternative support services and referrals, and particularly because mental health in our workplace is a really, really important topic. So we've introduced that idea around being aware of opportunities like mental health first aid, doing that course, but also being aware of mental health in the workplace and how as coaches, how we might respond to mental health in the workplace if we get the opportunity. We got rid of Happy, Sad, Happy, so we've replaced Happy, Sad, Happy with a new needs analysis model, and I think you'll all feel a lot more comfortable and a lot better with that new model. We've introduced some neuro concepts for building rapport. So thinking about how the neuroscience and different parts of the brain are activated when we are building rapport. So I really like that we've introduced some neuroscience. I've been talking about neuroscience for quite some time and how that influences coaching. And I thought, yep, it's time to actually introduce some of those concepts into the Cert IV. So I was quite excited about that. I'm also excited about what we're calling the 5 levels of coaching conversation. This is a new model that we've introduced into the Cert IV, and it's really resonating with a lot of clients at the moment that we could be having conversations with people at different levels. So a level 1 conversation is basically like a, how's your day? How's the weather? What's it like outside? How did you go coming in? You know, kind of basic kind of questions, through to questions which we ask in the Cert IV as we get deeper into our program and more experienced around what impact is that having on you, what were the lessons, how did that impact your values. So more of a level 5 conversation. So I really, really like this model. It's really resonating with the workshops that we're doing at the moment, and I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy taking a look at those 5 levels of conversation. We've included empathy and a discussion around empathy in the active listening part of the program, and it kind of surprised me in a way that we didn't have a discussion around empathy specifically in the program previously. So I've done a lot of research around empathy and what it means, and it was really time, I think, to just make that more specific in the program. Whenever we're delivering the Cert IV program, particularly to in-house clients, so when we come in-house and deliver the program, people are always very keen to talk about what do we do with underperformers, how do we coach poor work performance, and how do we shift, lift, raise people's levels of performance. Whenever we're doing our coaching cafes, which of course, don't forget, you're always welcome to join us on those coaching cafes or listen to the webinars afterwards. Whenever we do our coaching cafes, coaching around poor work performance is one of the most popular topics that we actually cover. We get a lot of people joining us on the line. So we thought it was time to upgrade that module. I think it's module 7, and it had a little bit about coaching poor work performance in there, but we've given that module a real overhaul to include a lot of our different thoughts and concepts around coaching poor performance. And so we've really expanded that model, and we'll be expanding the discussions around that model as well. So I hope you really enjoy that, because as I said, it's one of the major topics that we get asked a lot about, and people are spending a lot of energy actually trying to work around these issues. So I think you'll really enjoy that. We've updated the content on strengths-based coaching as well. So whenever I'm delivering a strengths-based workshop or delivering an in-house workshop with clients around strengths, we talk about strengths overplayed, strengths underplayed. We talk about strengths, dialing up your strengths, dialing down your strengths. There's a lot of different concepts we actually use in the strengths-based coaching. And what I realized is we are talking a lot about these concepts, except they're not fully described in the workbooks or on the webinar, particularly if you're listening online. So I've really expanded the content on strengths-based coaching, and I think you'll enjoy that as well. As part of that, we also looked at how do we use coaching for decision making. So a lot of the one-on-one coaching that we're doing involves people trying to make really high quality decisions. And so how do we actually coach people around decision making? We've introduced a few questions there that you can actually think about. We've tidied up and given the leadership workbook, the leadership module, a bit of an overhaul as well, introducing the concepts of building trust as a leader and how does coaching enable us to build trust. And there's a couple of really good resources we've included in that module. And then we've made some updates to the team coaching approach as well. So you can see, if you've already done your certificate for in workplace and business coaching, you can see that across all of the different modules, we've actually given them a bit of a tidy up, a bit of an overhaul. We've introduced new content. We've expanded the content where it's needed, just to bring more to the program for you. The other big thing is we've deleted the TAE DEL 402A or 402 unit, which was a unit from the training and assessment certificate. And what that means is we've actually replaced the coaching assignments. So the coaching assignments, look, we kind of bared with those coaching assignments. They were never really what we wanted because we had to write them around this unit. And we're actually really rapt actually to get rid of this unit, particularly because the training and assessment certificate is always being changed and upgraded and fiddled with. So it's kind of better from us not to have this unit. And what it actually means is we have rewritten the coaching assignments now. One is based on the ICF core competencies, and the other one is based on identifying coaching moments in the workplace. And when I think about these two assignments now, they're highly achievable, they're highly interesting, and they do mean that you're practicing your coaching and you're looking for coaching moments and how you might implement coaching back into the workplace. So from our perspective, they're a lot more relevant to the workplace and what we're trying to achieve. So I'm very excited about that, that upgrade there as well. So we have a rather simple process actually for upgrading. If you want to upgrade from the existing qualification to the new qualification, you have to have finished your qualification first. So you need to have achieved your 10535 NAT qualification first, and then you can do your upgrade. So if you're currently in the middle of completing your qualification, don't worry. The qualification it's highly relevant. It's everything you need. Finish it first and then contact us about the upgrade. It's just an easier process for you and for us. The main thing is if you've completed your qualification already and you received a direct credit transfer for the TEA DEL 402 unit. So that means you would not have completed the coaching assignments. So in order for you to upgrade, you actually do need to complete the coaching assignments. And I think you'll really enjoy it. One of them, as I said, is about coaching someone in the workplace. The other one is looking for coaching moments. So we have a workbook that you can do. It's about 42 pages, I think. And all you need to do is work through the content. So read the content, read the new content, all of the new content and ideas we've put into the single workbook, into one workbook. And you just need to work through it, read it, answer some questions here and there. You will need to do a couple of coaching exercises, additional coaching exercises. And if you haven't done your coaching assignments, you'll need to do coaching assignments. But you answer all the questions in the workbook and then you submit it to us. And it's a really simple, straightforward process. So, and I'm sure that you're actually going to really enjoy the new content as well. So there's a pretty simple step process, as I said. If you're interested, you need to complete an enrolment form because we need to enroll you in the new qualification. The cost to upgrade will be $350, so you can make a payment. And then we will issue you with the upgrade workbook, either a straight upgrade workbook or an upgrade workbook with assignments, whichever one you need. Have a read of it, complete the content, and then submit it for your assessments. And then the gorgeous Bridget, as always, will assess your work, give you some great feedback, and then we can issue you with the new qualification. There you go. So if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to contact us. Just hit the 1300 number or email me directly if you like, or email Nick or support or Bridget or whoever you like, whoever you've got contact with. We'd be more than happy to help you work through the new upgrade. We're super keen that you experience the new content. For those of you that did the qualification a while ago, this is a really great opportunity actually just to refresh your qualification, refresh your knowledge. And I think, as I've said a million times now, I think you'll really enjoy it. So thanks for listening. I look forward to hearing from you if you're interested, and we really encourage you to upgrade. So we look forward to hearing from you, and I will say goodbye for now.